Welcome to Edupedia World. In this video, we will discuss sources of data, meaning of economics, and the importance of statistics in economic analysis and economic planning have been discussed earlier. We have seen briefly how the statistical tools are used in studying the economic problems of a country. Thus, these statistical tools help in testing, evolving, and creating new fields of different sciences. Collection of data, sources, and methods in the first step in statistics towards achieving the goal of conclusion. So, what is a statistical inquiry? Inquiry means a search for truth, knowledge, or information. Statistical inquiry, therefore, means a search conducted by statistical methods. There are different subjects on this earth. Some are described by the degree of expression and some by the degree of figures or magnitudes. The application of a statistical technique is possible when the questions are answerable in figures. In other words, the first and the foremost condition for the answer to the questions in statistical inquiry should be quantitative. For instance, profit of firm measured in rupees, income of families measured in rupees, weight of students measured in kg, age of students measured in years, intelligence measured in marks obtained by student in a particular test. But there are questions like how great was Jawaharlal Nehru, how brave was Bhagat Singh, etc., which cannot be answered through statistical methods. Questions that can be answered in quantity lies within the purview of statistics. That is, what is the average production of rice per acre in India? What is the total population of India? How many students are there in a class? Thus, statistical inquiry means statistical investigation or statistical survey. One who conducts this type of inquiry is called an investigator. The investigator needs the help of certain persons to collect information. They are known as enumerators, and respondents are those from whom the statistical information are collected. Survey is a method of collecting information from the individual. Let us observe the following table. We observe that the production of finished steel in India is different from one year to other. They are not same. They varies from year to year. They are called variables in statistics, which is represented as X, Y, or Z variables. The finished steel production in India varies between 1 million ton in 1950 to 51 to 36.9 million tons in 2003 to 4. Here years are represented by X variable and the production of finished steel Y variable. The figures of X and Y variables are the data. We can say that the trend of production of finished steel in India is increasing. We need the data to understand the given information on which the conclusion is drawn. From the following text, we will understand what is the source of data, how do we collect data, and by which method of survey is data collected. First, we will discuss sources of data. Data means facts or information. In general, data can be defined as information collected for analysis and interpretation for a predetermined purpose. In other words, data are the raw material to which the statistician applies his analysis, just as wood is the raw material for the cabinet maker and marble is the raw material for the sculptor. Before working with the raw material, the workman will study its structure and proportions to make sure that it is suitable for the required purpose. There are different sources of collection of data. This is the first stage in statistics. Before deciding the source to collect the data, one has to make a proper planning of investigation and the purpose of inquiry. Sources of data can be internal or external. Internal data is collected from the activities within the firm or the agency itself. A large number of individual organizations and government departments generate the data as their regular function, which is the internal information. They gather this information for printing regular reports for their own purpose. Internal data may be available in the organization about sales, production, salary, wage, profit, dividends, etc. Such data are always available in the books of the organization, which are compiled and sent to management for future planning. Government departments such as railways, social welfare, education, etc. do generate a large numbers of internal data for preparing financial reports and extraordinary reports. Now we come to external source. Information collected from outside agencies is called external data, which can be obtained from primary source or secondary source. This type of information can be collected by census or sample methods by conducting surveys and investigations. Primary data is original and first-hand information. If you want to get some statistical information about payment of wages of workers of a factory, you as an investigator can visit the workers' colony, get this information by contacting every worker, by inquiring about the wages paid to him and record it. This first-hand information is the primary data. But you may have the other choice, that of visiting the factory accounts department and record the information from the salary register, or may gather this information from the published report of the factory about the payment of wages. This is secondary source for an investigator, but for the factory it is a primary source. Thus, primary data is collected originally and secondary data is collected through other sources. Primary data is the first-hand information for a particular statistical inquiry, while the same data is second-hand information for another inquiry. The same data is primary in one hand and secondary in the other. That is, any government publication is first-hand for government and second-hand for a research worker. Thus, secondary data can be obtained either from published sources or from any other sources. For example, a website which saves time and cost. Let us discuss primary data in some details. Data used in research originally obtained through the direct efforts of the researcher through surveys, interviews, and direct observation. The same authority makes analysis, interpretation, and publishes the data. Primary data are the best for the statistician who is aware of his goal, precise definitions and techniques of measurement to make the data perfectly suitable to its requirement. A primary source usually have more detailed information, particularly on the procedures followed in collecting and compiling the data. Now we come to the merits of primary data. The following are the merits of primary data. First, it is original in nature as it is a first-hand information. Second, it is more reliable, authentic, and accurate as it is collected by the investigator himself. So the information collected by him is more reliable and accurate. Third, it is generally free from bias. Fourth, it exactly matches the needs of the project because the statistician knows how to use the primary data perfectly according to its requirement. Fifth, it can be used with greater confidence as it is usually have more detailed information, particularly on the procedures followed in collecting the data. Now we come to the demerits of primary data. The following are the demerits of primary data. First, it is expensive. Second, it is time consuming. Third, sometimes it may be difficult to approach the exact source. Fourth, collection of primary data usually involves creating new definitions and measuring instruments such as questionnaires or interview forms and training people to use these specifically instruments. Now we come to secondary data. Data collected by someone other than the user. Common sources of secondary data for social science include censuses, organizational records, and data collected through qualitative methodologies or qualitative research. Secondary data consist of figures which were collected originally to satisfy a particular inquiry but are being used now for different inquiry. They are often used because they are readily available. Sources of secondary data are published and unpublished government, semi-government magazines, reports, and research papers. Secondary data is not necessary as inferior source. In most of the practical work, a secondary source is just as acceptable as a primary source. But proper care has to be taken while using a secondary data. Following are the merits of secondary data. First, it is readily available, as it is originally collected to satisfy a particular inquiry but can be used for different inquiries as well. Second, it is much less expensive as compared to primary data because for primary data, an investigator is hired to collect the information, but in secondary data, the collected information is used. Third, it is less time consuming as compared to primary data because the data is readily available in compared to primary data. These are the merits of secondary data. Now we come to the demerits of secondary data. One should use the secondary data with care and full precaution and should not accept them at their face value, as they may be suffering from the following limitations. First, they may not have been collected by proper procedure. Second, they may not be suitable for a required purpose. The information which was collected on a particular base may not be suitable and relevant to an inquiry. Third, they may have been influenced by the biased investigation or personal prejudice. Fourth, they may be out of date and not suitable to the present period. Fifth, they may not satisfy a reasonable standard of accuracy. And sixth, they may not cover the full period of investigation. The investigator should consider the following points before using the secondary data. Are the data reliable? Are the data suitable for the purpose of investigation? Are the data adequate? Are the data collected by proper method? From which source were the data collected? Who has collected the data? Are the data biased? Thus, the secondary data should not be used as its face value. It is risky to use a statistic collected by others unless they have been properly scrutinized and found reliable, suitable, and adequate. Thank you for watching Edupedia World videos.